Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, once again, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph, here for video number 3. Yes, video number 3, right here on this very channel. The former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the evil and dark, mysterious Shadow's Lair 2.0. This is episode number 95, getting close to 100 episodes of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels as well. You know what to do. Do it now. Hit that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Hey, baby! I just saw, sorry, Oscar and Kylie. Kylie at ringside. Eli Drake had to put his hat through the fucking x-ray machine. Okay. He's going to be taking on Walter tonight. SmackDown is on live, by the way, from some shithole in America. So, Eli versus Walter to see who faces John Cena next Saturday at Saturday's main event. Papucho! Drew McIntyre's here. Uh-oh. And Nick Aldis like, well, you're still suspended. All these fake-ass garbage freaking security guards. Blah, blah, blah. Drew's like, I won at War Games, I got unsuspended. And Drew's like, no, you are suspended. That's the way it was before Survivor Series. It's the way it is now. So Nick Aldis is like, get in your car and get out of here. And then everyone's like, and the Super's like, get the car, Drew! Drew can mop the floor with any of them. Run him over. Run him over, Papucho. Here's Cody. Ah! On sight! Ah! Shit! Damn, Cody did what Drew did on the bus. Attacked him on the bus. And now, freaking, damn, he's like pulling his hair out of his head. Damn. Shit. That's what you call on sight, my friends. Run him over! Run him over! Damn. Damn, he almost drove in right into the freaking EMT. He almost drove into the ambulance. It was like, smashed his truck up. Oh, Cody's mad. Cody is mad. Where's he going? Is he going to the, I think he's going to the ring to bore us half to death. Oh boy, he's mad. Alright, I guess we're gonna get Cody versus Drew, maybe on Saturday's main event, one more time. Anyway, sorry about that intro. So anyway, thanks for watching episode 95 here on the Shadow's Lair channel. I'm Peter Joseph, your gracious host. And on episode 95, it is time. We're going to go really quickly, because SmackDown's on. So, I'm going to go really quickly into your Ring of Honor Final Battle predictions. Final Battle, the WrestleMania of Ring of Honor, comes your way, like, right now, on right now, so I'm going to give my predictions a little bit late, so I apologize. And Ring of Honor Final Battle emanating from the Greater Columbus Convention Center in Columbus, Ohio. Enrico Boring and the Pasta, Caprice Coleman will do the call. And that's pretty much it for that. Let me just, we have some pre-show matches. So it hasn't started yet. I think it starts at 9. I don't even know what time this fucking pay-per-view starts. So on the pre-show, we got Ace Austin taking on Lee Johnson of the Swirl. Should be a pretty decent match. I'm going to go with Ace Austin to pick up the win. Former member of the Bullet Club. Too sweet for the love of God, you sons of bitches. Alright, so we got that. Cody's all fired up. Fuck you. We got that. Alright, match number 2 in the pre-show. The baddie, Layla Gray, takes on my girl, Zeta Steele, in her first Ring of Honor match. Interesting. Very nice. You got on a pre-show, but still, you made the show. Okay? Good job, Zeta. Good job. Zeta Steele, former women's champion here in my neck of the woods. Long time. Not a long reign. She held the belt, I think, a couple of times. But now she's doing bigger and better things. She was on, well, she was on not much, on Evolve. She was part of the WWE ID program, and didn't want to be a part of it. Said, alright, I'm going to go to try my luck with AEW, possibly Ring of Honor. Tony Khan signed her. Say he says he hasn't, but it's like, stay tuned. And now she's on the pre-show for Final Battle. So I'm gonna go with Layla Gray. I'm sorry, Layla. I'm sorry to my girl Zeta Steel, but you know how Tony Khan is with people that debut. They always lose most of the time. So Cody's all red hot, and he's pretty much putting Nick Aldis in a tight spot. He's like, unsuspend Drew so I can kick his ass probably on Saturday's main event. So we have that. So it's kind of like a rematch from not Survivor Series, the one before that. I forget when. The last Saturday Night's main event, I think. So I think we're gonna run it back for the unified title. Santa Claus is in the audience. Okay, it's not Santa Claus, but okay, we got that. So we got that. And now we got DIY playing around with A-Kid's mask. And Ciampa still wanting his U.S. title shot with against the Za, Dragunov. Candice LeRae looking mighty fine, as always. I met all three of them at an Evolve show. And I took a picture with Johnny Gargano. Blah, blah, blah. Carmelo Hayes. Him. He's there, and he just says some things to, basically tells them, I got next, jackass. Okay. Alright, so Ilya Dragunov is going to be taking on, most likely, Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title. Unless it's somebody different. Daza! He's here. Okay, got that. Alright, so let's finish this off really quickly. So I know this is part SmackDown, part Ring of Honor. So. Alright, so Ace Austin will beat Lee Johnson. Layla Gray will beat my girl Zeta Steel on the pre-show. Then the final match on the pre-show, the Death Riders, William Yuta and Danny Garcia will take on the grizzled young veterans, Zach Gibson and James Drake. Probably the only time I'll do this, the Death Riders will get the win over the Grizzled Young Veterans. As much as I love the Grizzled Young Veterans religiously, but they're just like the same. It's like rinse and repeat. In their dying days of NXT, part of Schism. Remember that Schism? Joe Gacy's group. I thought it was a good group, and then kind of fizzled out near the end. So that, yeah. And then pretty much after that, Gibson and Drake went bye-bye. Then they showed up in AEW. A little feud with, I think, FTR and the Bucks a little bit. Not much. And then they're kind of like being on and off Ring of Honor TV. And you rarely would see them on Dynamite or Collision. So, got in my final battle against William Yuta and Garcia. I don't like their chances. So I'm going to go with, the only time I'm actually maybe doing this, William Yuta is going to actually get a win. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, but I have to do it, We got that. Alright, then we got 12 matches officially. So we got 9 matches on the main show. So we're going to start with Eddie Kingston. Before he faces Samoa Joe at Winter is Coming, he faces Josh the Goods Woods with Smart Mark Sterling. Eddie's going to wipe the floor with him in a few minutes. So Eddie Kingston gets the win easily. We got that. Lee Moriarty does not defend the Pure Championship against my good buddy from England, Nigel McGuinness, me love. This is a rematch from last year's Final Battle, where Nigel won the Pure title, but then, no. Shane Taylor came out and said, no, Lee Moriarty's foot was on the rope, we gotta restart. So we had sudden death, and Lee Moriarty pinned Nigel to retain the Pure title, and he's held that belt for almost getting a little over a year, almost 2 years now. But this is gonna be a 30-minute Iron Man match. You'd love to see that, but I wish this was for the title. It's not. I have to go with Lee Moriarty to win this. Unless they're doing a third match in this. Maybe they do a trilogy and, Lee wins the first one, Nigel wins this match, and then maybe, near the end of this year or next year, we get another match, the third and final match with 60-minute pure rules match, some shit like that. I mean, we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Lee Moriarty to win again. I mean, really, Nigel has nothing to prove in this match. Not much, but we get that. Alright, then Ricochet defends the AEW National title against Dalton Castle Peacock with the Outrunners, Truth Manuel and Turbo Floyd. I mean, this is Ricochet's first defense of the title. There's no way he's going to lose to Dalton. I love him too, but I'm going to go with Ricochet to win because I think the Gates of Agony are going to come out and they're going to fight with the Outrunners. It's going to be a big old mess. And that distraction will let Ricochet get the win somehow. Aha! You know. So Ricochet is going to retain. That's that. Then the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles on the line. Shane Taylor Promotions of Shane Taylor, Carly Bravo, and the captain, Sean Dean, of the Infantry, with Anthony Gogo, Wake Me Up Before You Don't A Go-Go, and Trish Adora. They take on Skyflight of Scorpio Sky, Darius and Dante Martin of Top Flight, with the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and the lovely baddie herself, Layla Gray, at ringside. Maybe a title change, but I don't think it will be. So I'm going to go with Shane Taylor Promotions to get the win. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Then the Ring of Honor Women's World TV title match. A rematch from about a week or two ago on Collision. Mercedes Moné, the CEO, the CE whore really, takes on from Your Mama's Kitchen, Red Velvet. I want Red Velvet to win this match so bad. Is she? No. So I'm going to go with the whore to pick up the win. So Mercedes will retain the Ring of Honor Women's TV title in pretty much her second defense. You know, she is an interim title. Now it's an actual unified title. Go figure that one out. We move on with that. Then the vacant Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles are on the line. We have the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, who's supposed to team with Rush to take on the Dynamite Kid, Tommy Billington, and Adam Priest, but Rush is injured. He cannot, he's not medically cleared to compete. I think he hurt his leg or his shoulder. He hurt something. Who's this? Poppy! What's up, Poppy Priest? I was like, who's that guy? Poppy Priest still, in his fiery feud with Mr. Black and Zadina. So, let's see what happens with that. And, Mommy! What's up, Mommy? Mommy Rhea Ripley's in this situation now. It's getting exciting! I love it. The Twin Towers are back, or the Terror Twins. They're back. So we'll probably get maybe a match at Saturday's main event between them and Zelina and Aleister Black. So, we'll see what happens with that. I love it. Hey, look, Rhea doesn't have her makeup on. She has the mask, but she doesn't have that much... Oh, yeah, she doesn't have that much makeup on. That's not Rhea Ripley! Who is that chick with the mask? She has the lipstick on. That's the only thing she has on. She doesn't have any, like, goth stuff on. Alright, so we got possible mixed tag team match coming up with the Terror Twins against Mr. and Mrs. Block. Sounds like I'm watching, Days of Our Lives. Joan Block and Malena. My precious dog. I missed that show. Still on in syndication, but I can't, it's on at a weird fucking time. Moving on. Alright, so, La Facción de Ignoble, Sammy Guevara, and the Beast Mortals take on Dynamite Kid Jr., Tommy Billington, and Adam Priest for the vacant World Tag Team titles. And vacant's getting around a lot. He got more titles than Mercedes Moné. We got that. So I'm gonna go with... I gotta go with La Facción de Ignobles to retain. Though they should not really be retaining. They should have done the Freebird rule and have the Beast Mortals take Rush's place anyway. Or Jalistico at least. But they're held up. And now the winner of this match becomes the new Tag Team Champions. Alright, so we got Ilya and Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title. This should be a banger. Can't wait for this. We got that. And then for the Ring of Honor Forever Women's Championship, Athena takes on Persephone, the #1 contender. There's no way Persephone's going to win this match, so I'm going to go with Athena to continue on as the Ring of Honor Forever Champion, getting real close. I don't even know if she hit 1,100 days yet, but if she hasn't, she will. I don't think she's going to hit 1,250 days or anything like that. No. I don't think she's going to she's almost at 3.5 years. I don't think she'll get to 4. So she's basically doing a female Roman thing, where Roman held the belt for 13, 16, or 17, and lost the belt to a schmuck like Cody. I'm hoping that Athena does lose to somebody good like Billy Starks or Deonna Purrazzo. Maybe somebody new. Maybe a returning. Maybe she does return. Maybe Mercedes Martinez. Maybe Diamante. I don't know. But Persephone, no. So I'm going to go with Athena to win there. Then for the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Pure title, Deonna Purrazzo taking on my girl Billy Starks. I already mentioned this on my Ring of Honor review. I'm going to go with Deonna Purrazzo to win. I would not be surprised if they give it to Billy. I'll mark out, but I'm really thinking that Deonna's going to beat Billy, and we'll see what happens from there. So Deonna Purrazzo will become the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Pure Champion. And that's pretty much it. Then in probably the main event, survival of the fittest match for the Ring of Honor World title. I think it's one fall to a finish. The champion Bandito takes on Blake Christian from the Swirl, the Beast, Mortos, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, Commander, and Hikaru from the Don Callis family. This is going to be crazy. I could see Sammy winning this if they go that route, but I have a feeling that Bandito will defy the odds and come out still your reigning, defending Ring of Honor World Champion. So that's it for Final Battle, and that's it. Leave me your predictions down below in the comment section, and like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm going to go watch the rest of SmackDown, and then watch a little bit of Ring of Honor later on. Maybe a little bit of Final Resolution. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not doing any predictions for Final Resolution. I don't really feel like doing it, but that's that. So, Final Battle review coming tomorrow. We'll do SmackDown maybe later tonight. Depends on how I feel. And that's it. So, maybe a Fatal 4-Way coming your way on your Friday night for that ass. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. And until next time, peace.